As I said, he ran the day-to-day operations, and I delegated to him, and it was a good relationship. You know, I have thousands of meetings. I don't keep track. In fact, I don't ever recall written reports from the chief deputy or emails. I don't have an email system. So most of the communication was verbally speaking.
And so would you, as a general rule, meet with him or talk with him on a day-to-day basis?
Well, normally I don't keep track. When I bump into him in a hallway or he comes to my office, I go to his office. But I would say that when he's there and I'm there and during the day we may meet. Well, no, normally he didn't have to report to me on how he was operating the organization. As I say, I delegated to him, expect him to do the job. And so I can't pinpoint meeting on a specific reason. But as I say, he performed his duties and I performed mine. I heard some scuttlebutt about, I didn't realize what the initials were about, but there was some talk about, if I recall, raising money to by people in the office to fight the media type situations. I believe my office was concerned about the media attention. I'm not going to talk about the media, but sometimes there was many negative stories, and I believe they felt that maybe there should be a time to fight back.
And when you say they, could you identify for us who they were, where the scuttlebutt was coming from?
Well, I can't pinpoint that, but it was, I don't know who the staff, who they were, but I'm sure that, I don't know where I heard it, but I believe that that was the reason to raise some money and to use that money to, I don't know which way they would use it, but to fight back on these media situations that have occurred against our office. That possibly during the election coming up, that there would maybe be a YouTube or something taken from the trial video and possibly do a campaign video or something like that. That's the only thing I believe someone told me. I don't recall how I found that out, but
okay.
that was the only input I had on that.
You mentioned that it was your thought that Larry Black and perhaps Joel Fox were working on the Dan Sabin trial videos. And what did you believe that they were doing with the trial videos back in 2008?
I don't know. I'm not a computer expert. They're the ones that had the expertise, but I would presume they were putting something together. And
at that time, who did you think was directing them to put something together related to the Sabin trial or deposition videos?
I don't know.
And were you told by anyone about the Sabin ad before it actually aired on YouTube or television?
Was I what?
Were you told about the Sabin ad before it actually aired on YouTube or television?
You know, I'm not sure. I may have heard something that it was something was coming out, but I didn't know whether it was going to be the YouTube, the TV, or what have you.
And let's just look at that in more detail. Who told you that something might be coming out on YouTube or television?
I think that Dave Hendershot may have mentioned that to me.
And if you can recall, what did he tell you about a Sabin ad coming out on YouTube or television?
Well, that only an ad was might be coming out, and once again I didn't know whether he was talking about YouTube, television, or whatever, but there may be an ad coming out.
And so why was he giving you that information?
Why he was? I don't know why he was. He gave
Did he
it to me.
request you to, that you need to be watching for it? Did he give you any
He just told me
information?
it may be coming out.
And did he have any take on whether he thought it was a good ad, a bad ad? Any information about the ad?
Well, I think it may have mentioned something like it's exciting or whatever, but I didn't know all the details of what that was coming out of.
Did he ever mention to you prior to the Saban ad airing that some of the information in the ad may be coming out of the deposition or trial videotapes?
I don't recall.
Did you actually ever see the Saban ad?
I believe it played a few times, and I saw it on television.
And when you saw it on television, what was your impression of the ad?
Well, compared to today's ads, it might be mild, but I didn't really have any big impression other than the fact that I was doing my own ads with my campaign, I believe at the same time. I'm not sure.
And at the time the ad aired, who did you believe had prepared and put the ads on the air?
I don't know.
Okay. And did Dave Hendershot ever talk to you about who put the ads on the air?
I don't remember where that source came from on who put the ads on.
And at some point, whether it was pre-October 2008 or post-2008, were you ever told anything about the Saban video clips in your office becoming part of the Saban ad?
No, I'm saying again that it was either the YouTube or the TV, and I was under the impression also that that was going to be used for the appeal of the case.
Right. But when you saw the Saban ad air, at some point in time, either before or after it aired, did you learn that video clips from the Saban materials in your office were part of the Saban ad that aired?
Well, I saw the ad, and once again, I didn't know whether it was from the video clips or somewhere else. Okay. But I presume by watching the ad that some of that information came from the trial, I would imagine. It wasn't made up. It wasn't actors. It was actually what happened in the trial.
Mm-hmm. And at some point, either before or after the ad aired, did you learn that Larry Black had been involved in providing information to the Republican Party that became part of that ad?
No, not that I remember.
Okay. And at some point, did you learn that Joel Fox was involved with the Saban ad?
Your Honor, I object. It assumes facts not in evidence and it's leading and suggestive. There's no evidence of that. Irrelevant.
Try to rephrase your questions to bring it back down to a lower level if you can, and then build it back up instead of making the conclusory question at the end.
At some point, Mr. Arpaio, did you learn that Joel Fox had a connection to the SCA?
Once again, I